Hello, my friends, and hello, my friends, niggas and niggerines from all over the world. Welcome to All Black All the Time podcast. And what we do is talk about all things black all the time. We don't beat around the bush, we don't cut corners, we talk about black stuff. And today, we're going to talk about some black stuff. And first thing I want to start, it's like a trend. It's more than a trend. We'll just call it a trend, and it's the trend of healing. Like, it's a real popular to just talk about healing, and we need to heal, and you need to go through your healing and the healing process. And this is 100% true, particularly whenever you go through some like particular trauma or anything. But what I want to hold on to is the fact that it's being used. It's being used as a cop out. Anything, something comes up, oh, you need healing. Trauma, you need healing from your trauma. Oh, you're trauma bonding, you need healing. So let's break this healing stuff down. And mind you, this is the All Black All the Time podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that stuff that people tell you to do so to grow. The reason why I'm telling you this, because I want this to grow so that people who needs to hear this content hears this content. It's not going to grow if you don't like it, share, or subscribe. So do that for me. Thank you. Now, back to this healing process. Let me give you, before I keep going, let me give you a little something that qualifies me to even speak about this. I, for about 10, a little bit over 10 years, worked in the mental health field and the alcohol and drug counseling field, meaning that I didn't only work with people who had addiction issues. I actually worked with, diagnosed, did treatment plans for, did therapy with people with severe and mild mental health disorders, literally everything from PTSD to schizophrenia. I used the DSM-5 to actually diagnose them and all of these things, right? I'm not just some dude talking out the side of my ass like a lot of these people be doing. I don't lead with these credentials because I don't feel that you being credentialed make you better than somebody. It just shows that I had the discipline to sit down, study, research, go through school, pass tests, and pass and get a degree. That's all that means, right? However, I want people to hear me. Don't just hear the passion and be like, oh, he's just no. There's education behind here as well. Thank you. So when we talk about the healing process, we got to talk about the four different stages, right? You got the physical, the emotional, the spiritual, the social, kind of mixing with the mental is well. But when we talk about what Black people need to hear from, so we talk about healing and we like to just individualize everything when it comes to us. It's the American way. Pull yourself by your bootstraps. What are you going to do? You, me. It's individualized, right? We don't consider the fact that we are lumped up in this system. So we think we need systemic solutions to our systemic problems. But whenever you hear us talking, it's like you're individual. You, what are you going to do? You're on your own. You're on your own, even when it comes to this healing stuff. Now, when it comes to the healing process, the definition, the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. So we have to identify that in somewhere we're unhealthy. Okay. When we talk about physically, we know that our Blackness 100% is always under attack. And the blacker the berry, the deeper the roots. Just like Pac say, the blacker the berry, the more struggle you might go through. Even in Black communities, the darker you are, you're going to get the jokes. They capping on you. They bagging on you. The light-skinned you are, oh, you better. They like the light-skinned wavy girls and all that other stuff, right? We even do this to ourselves. We know. And it gets worse. When you're driving at night in certain places, just because you Black, physically, we are always under attack. Right now, today, I don't do nothing illegal except speed, maybe. I could be driving, the police get behind me, my heart would jump like I'm still selling crack. You know what I'm talking about? Literally, I'll be, oh, what the, because you never know what's going to happen. That's trauma. That's something we need to heal from. That's violence. When we talk about emotionally, think about how we are trained. We're trained to shrink. If you a Black man and you big and you got a deep voice, you literally train yourself to hide your pitch around them people to make them more comfortable. This is what we're talking about emotionally. We telling ourselves to squelch ourselves, our greatness, because we got to get around some other people who think that they're better. And because they're in charge, you have to let them feel like they're better. This is what we're taught emotionally. Let's be very, very clear. Mind you, I'm not talking about individual instances. Maybe you are in a domestic violence relationship. Your emotion shot. Maybe you grew up in a home where your parents never taught you emotional maturity, never told you I love you, never had conversations with you. So you are emotionally immature to the core. Yes, you need healing from that. This is not what I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about what's on top of that, being Black. I'm talking about what's on top and underneath all of the stuff that you're going through. Just because you don't want to see it, I'm going to make it very clear tonight, today. Now, when we talk about mentally, excuse me, before I leave the emotionally, I want us to realize that we are trained to be okay with living with second and third class citizenship rights. That's how we're trained. We're trained to be okay with when we go to the store. Somebody might follow us, look at us wrong, maybe mistreat us in the store. Then we'll get online and complain about it. But we're not going to do anything about it and nothing to change it. That's what I'm talking about. That's where we at. Let's be very clear. That is exactly where we are, y'all. I know the ego makes us want to, no, I'm not. Yes, we are. We, all of us, me included, straight up, mentally, think about this, how we raised, work hard, and everything will be fine. At the same time, you have to be twice as better, work twice as hard, and you still might not get it. You still might lose. And on top of all that, whatever happens, don't worry about it. You just got to keep on going and nothing's going to change. And at the end of the day, when everything else fails, this is what you tell them to the mental. When everything else fails, all you have to do is conform. All you have to do is just shuck and jive, put on your biggest smile, get on ESPN, and you can win too. All you have to do is conform. Every now and then you can talk about something Black very, very politely, but don't go too far because we'll snatch that from you. That is how we are trained, y'all. Let's be very clear. Mind you, I'm talking about healing still. Don't lose me. I'm talking about healing. I'm just talking about the 4 kinds. Okay? And then we get to one that's very important, the social and spiritual. I don't want to be rude or disrespectful to people's beliefs, but I will say that spiritually we have been stripped naked. We have been stripped naked spiritually to the point where our spirits are a spirit of avarice, a spirit of greed, a spirit of me and I want and I want. That's what our spirits really are, y'all. Just be very clear. I say that with confidence because I see what we're doing. See, we could say anything. I can say, I love Black people. I love women. I love children. I love my community. I can get on here and say that. But then if you look at my life and I'm beating on kids, I'm running with all kind of women, cheating on women, abusing women. I'm selling drugs in my community. Fuck what I say. Look at what I do. But we don't do that often. We just listen to what people say and just and go with what we believe. Now let's reverse it. Let's reverse it when we talk about healing. What I see would be some actual healing, like in real life, some stuff that'd be effective. First and foremost, physically, we must be more focused on simply being around each other. It's like we mirror the oppression that we've experienced. Classism, colorism, sexism, racism. We do that to each other, y'all, and to other people. Look at me, look at what I got. Big me, little you. Yo Black ass, yo light-skinned ass, you ain't even Black, you bitch, you, all of it. We do all of it to our damn selves with no assistance. We're on automatic to the tune of even pow, pow, pow. We'll murk each other easy and move along like ain't nothing happened. Emotionally, we have to be honest about how we feel about this place and the conditions that we're in. And I know that we know, y'all. I know that we know. Let me do something for y'all. I'm about to do something for y'all. Because we be honest when we want to. I was looking at a post earlier, y'all, right? And it was a dude talking about, oh, don't tell people not to talk, Black people not to speak about their oppression because they're mad and they've been abused and they've been booed and blah, blah, blah. 5,000 comments, y'all. I want to read some to y'all. This is what Black people is saying about white folks. Tell it like it is, and we still not getting justice. These evil people have no soul. Talking about white people. They are ashamed of their forefathers' legacy. The worst violence was done to African American, not by African American. They get mad when their history is exposed. He clearly has demonstrated that there is never a wrong time to do what the right thing. America will never acknowledge this. God will make sure the truth will always come out. They don't want it to be taught in any school, but the internet is bigger than any school. You happy now, although I could have said it in a blah, blah, I don't even know what they're, sorry. And they're still doing it in a different way mentally. Y'all see where I'm getting? All these they. But when somebody say, how about we get away from they? Because it seems like everybody's in agreement that they're evil, they're the devil, they've always done this, they'll never change, they're still doing it today. But when one of us say, how about we get away from they, what happens? How are you feeling right now? No, you who listening to this. What happens when we talk about how bad they are, how evil they are, how they don't want us educated, how they don't want us to have money, they don't want us in their system, they don't want to, but then when somebody say you, seems like that's somebody who we shouldn't be around, huh? Agree? What are we going to do? Where's the courage? Where's the I'm not my ancestors? Where's the I got hands? Where's the I'm ready to fight? Where's the I'm a real strong black man? Where's the I'm a provider? Where's the I'm a forward thinker? Where's the I'm a healer? Where is it then? Because when somebody says we need to get away from them, and the first thing everybody does is show how scared we are, all that's doing is saying you ain't trying to heal. You love this trauma. As long as you can drive your cute car, you love this trauma. As long as you can get dressed and put your ear and look cute and get your diamonds in you love this trauma. As long as you can sleep with her, and him, and them, you love this trauma. Let's be honest, y'all. If we're not going to be honest, we ain't going to get nowhere. Lots of us love this trauma. Long as we can hide in some comfortability, smoke a little bit, drink a little bit, fuck a little bit, we okay with a little trauma. Fuck the future of our kids. Fuck it. A little trauma here and there. Couple niggas getting killed here and there. Couple lynchings here and there. Mistreated here and there. I can't get this job here and there. It's okay. I got this bottle in this bag in this bitch. Everything's going to be fine. That's how we live, y'all. Sorry. That's how we live. And mentally, we need to start generating boys and girls that turn into men and women who we don't have to negotiate blackness with. Listen to me. We need to be raising men and women who we don't have to negotiate blackness with. When we say blank black, they're like, oh, I didn't even know it was a black blank. Where is that? Not, oh, but I'm not black. I'm Indian. I'm not African. We need to raise a generation after generation of people who say, you like this, you my people. Hard stop. Unless your behavior is saying you're not now. Okay? You not open up a black bank account. That's saying that you're not with this, man. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Fuck you and your healing. 2 times. If you not simply got a black bank account, you not really with this shit. You not with nothing about really forward progression. You's about your fucking self. I'm here to tell you. I'll tell you the truth. I see you. I know you're about yourself. And it's you motherfuckers. It's the Dr. Umars. It's the Roland Martins. It's the people with this big old cachet. And they're never telling us the right things. They only tell us the things that makes us comfortable in the system of supremacy that we're in. That's it. Here's how you be comfortable. Here's how you feel like you're doing something. Here's how it feels. I say do. Do. And it's simple things that we can do. And the most important now is to be generating boys and girls that are going to turn into men and women who you don't have to negotiate their blackness with. This is so important, y'all. Because right now, when we talk about things that we can do in Black America and beyond to do, we have to negotiate with ourselves. White people aren't there saying, you can't do that, black people. You can't. No. It's black people saying, but what about my white partner? Yeah. Can they come? Well, but what about all the white people? Where are they going to go? But what about all the people who don't want to come? It's all these questions. It's all these questions like it's an FBI probe, right? Like, seriously, it's frustrating, y'all. And we have to take ourselves serious. That's how you heal. You heal by seeing, damn, look at what they doing there. Look at what they doing with the new Black Wall Street in Atlanta. Black people are moving more around it. They're actually building up shopping centers, not just pop-up stands. That's how we heal. When we start seeing, hey, we're not saying, screaming, go vote Democrat, go vote Democrat, go vote Democrat. We actually have an ecosystem of politics of our own. That's undefined now because it's not created yet. But we're going to create it, our own ecosystem. You know what? We're going to create our own ecosystems where we have our own online schooling program. And we have small buildings and homes in Black communities across America. And for the people who's with it, they're in that curriculum. They're doing this all Black curriculum. And mind you, they already have Black curriculums out. Good ones that are state approved. All we have to do is organize it as a people if we give a fuck about ourselves. As opposed to just sending them to the same public schools and then complaining about they don't want to teach us Black history. They don't want to teach our kids Black history. What we gonna do? There's nothing we can do. Y'all have no idea how frustrating it is. Y'all have no idea how fucking frustrating it is. When it comes to healing, this is the point that I'm making, y'all. And I want y'all to remember this. It is 1,000% impossible to heal while you directly in the center of your trauma. It just is. Hard stop. I don't give a fuck what you're taking. I don't care what you're reading. I don't care who you're around. As long as you go to sleep and wake up, and there's a possibility that just because of where you at and who you are, you're going to be traumatized. You're not going to heal. You're not. You're going to go to somewhere and they're going to mistreat you because you're trauma induction. You're going to come home and one of y'all going to have a bad day because of your blackness, and you're going to have a trauma response. And it might come out against someone at home and you don't even know about it because you stuck. You stuck in this matrix of racism and you got to hold it in. Especially if you a coward. Sorry. It's going to come out in a dysfunctional way, and you're not going to have anything to hold on to because you're not honest about how you feel in the position that you're in. You're going to turn on the TV and you're going to see, oh, Donald Trump's talking about black people again and racism again, and they're talking about slavery again and all this other stuff that you're trying your hardest to forget. You're trying your hardest to forget and just say, I'm American and we made it. We's not slaves no more and blah, blah, blah. But then you're reminded when you see in Mississippi, they're lynching people. When you see in Florida in the sticks, they're lynching people. Black people in 2025. When you see in Carolina, people are popping up lynched. When you see down south, these black truckers are ended up lynched, missing, dying. But then you want to say that everything is okay. Everything is okay and we can heal. There's healing happen. Y'all don't know how fucking dumb that is, man. That is fucking stupid. And there's things that we can be doing to get away from here and away from them. Even in America, securing ourselves. The first thing we do, oh, they're going to come and burn it down. How can I be talking to people who are all in the same, oh, I'm not my ancestors, I'm brave, I'm down to kill myself and kill my community, be gangbanging. But when you come to white people, I'm scared to do anything because they're going to come and burn it down. Do y'all understand how frustrating that is? Do you really understand how frustrating that is? Say it again, y'all. It is impossible to heal in a constant state of trauma. And being in America, you are in a constant state of trauma. Just because of your blackness. And if you're not aware of that trauma, that means that you are already gone outside of yourself to the point where your cognitive dissonance is saying, all those black problems aren't me, until it hit home, of course. And you have to close your eyes and act like it don't exist still. But you understand. You understand. All right. Let me get into something a little bit more. Well, this one ain't a little bit more playful, but this is Negro news. I like to call it Negro news. I don't know why, but we're going to call it Negro news for now, okay? I'm trying here. So, something that was brought to my attention that is very disheartening, something that I know is something that we just sleep on, is the fact that they still don't have clean water in Flint, Michigan, y'all. And what's important about this is that apparently there's money to hire and deploy troops in American cities. But in American city, Flint, Michigan, has been without clean water. I can't even tell you how long, y'all. It's been years and years and years. Here's the kicker. 27,500 people has been approved for claims so far. I can't, like right now in the pot is like 600 and something million in like claims spread out, right? Here's the kicker though. In January 2025, apparently the lead reporting in like clean water, whatever organization does that, it just vanished. All the reporting just disappeared, which says that they're not reporting it because now that these people have they like won the lawsuit, they're not reporting it because they don't want other cities to be found with the same water conditions. You see what we dealing with, y'all? The greatest country in the world. We built this place, but we can't have clean water. We don't know how to get our people clean water though. But we built this place. This is our home. I know I'm saying it facetiously and I'm sounding ridiculous to people who like really, really love America and really feel that connection like we built it. Never mind. But we built it, right? Look at what we built though. If we want to take that. But then when we say that, then we'll have to be honest. But we don't care. Well, shut the I don't play these games. I don't play these games where you say I built something, but I don't control it. That doesn't make sense to me. That sounds like you're a worker. I'm an electrician. I build stuff all over the city. Guess what I don't say? That's mine. I built that. You see that? I built that, so that's mine. I can't just go there and say, hey, I need this office. I got to have a meeting. It's not mine. I absolutely helped build it. I even got paid for building it, but I don't claim it as mine, y'all. Black people, though, we claim our hell as home. We claim our hell as home, all the while complaining about it being hell. But damn it, I love it here because it's home. And I know as I talk, a lot of individuals are going to have their individual plans. Well, I'm fine. I'm even moving to Africa. Everything's fine all by myself, y'all. I done heard a lot of Han Solo stories and they don't end well. We are dealing with a global systemic issue. And people really think that individual solutions is going to work. Just me by my, you can be fine by yourself. That's totally okay. However, when you look at the world around you, organization is necessary. Like heavy organization is necessary. Okay, that's it with the Negro news. It's some messed up news, I know, but it's stuff that we need to know and be thinking about seriously. While we thinking about, we'll talk about how good Democrats is and all the Republicans are bad. What about Flint, Michigan? Which one is working on that? These American people, no? It's America, right in the middle of America. Why ain't no clean water in America? First world country, greatest country on earth. Why ain't no clean water, y'all? Tell me. Cause I don't know shit. Somebody tell me. Okay. Next. Let's talk a little bit about sports and entertainment. Just a little bit. I want to congratulate all of the black quarterbacks. If you into sports, you know that NFL for the longest time didn't like black quarterbacks, but now quarterbacks is running it up. And I got to apologize to the people, even though I never said this, but in my mind, I had this crazy thought that the $2 trillion in spending power, most of that came from entertainers, actors, etc. Yo, not the case. Now they probably make the bulk of the money, but we're talking about what's being spent. Dig the number. Apparently, entertainers, black entertainers, spend 15 to 30 billion a year. The rest, the almost 2 trillion, just regular people. Just regular people buying soda, Hennessy, cars, shoes, clothes, blah, 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 blah. This is what it made me think of. Because I'm the type that I understand that, man, we got all these wealthy stars, athletes, and yada, yada, more than anybody in America, hands down, right? Why aren't they got an organized pot where they're doing some of the stuff, the ideas that people like me have and bring this shit together? Black Wall Street, for instance, why isn't they crazy investment? Here you go. Like this stuff that can be done, right? And then it hit me that seeing that spending power number, it's on us, y'all. Imagine having 100 million in the bank in America. Why would you want to leave? Like seriously though, why would you want to leave? Why would you want to leave? America's a great place if you stupid rich, even if you black to an extent. But we know that money in America don't save your blackness. However, I'm saying that to say, expecting these rich, wealthy politicians and movie stars to really come together to help black folks, let it go. It's on us. It's on us. Now, I do believe that in terms of like American ecosystems, if we put it together right and actually come together and plan, they would help. That's something else that I noticed with us people. We'll have somebody with a brilliant idea, but with that brilliant idea, the people who you go to with this brilliant idea who can help you, they're looking for the people behind you because this idea needs support. How are you supposed to do this for people without people? It's like me saying I have this organization for children, and yeah, we're doing all this for children. There's no children involved. There's like no children involved though. You're never working with the children, right? Like it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that, y'all. For real. It doesn't. And in closing, cause I'm tired tonight, y'all, but I wanted to give y'all some stuff that was on my mind. But it's the what we gonna do portion. We have to develop the we, y'all. The we, like we always talk about they. We just group up all of they. And we like to talk about we just group up all of we, but really there is no we. Because when we talk about we start talking about Hebrew Israelites, we start talking about indigenous, we start talking about Africans from all the different countries, we start talking about Black Americans, we start talking about FBA ADOs, and no one agrees about the we. Except for when it's time to get our asses kicked. Then the we is all in one room. Look at what's happening to us. But when it's time to organize something for progression, there's no we. We have to develop the we. Y'all know my suggestion. One United Bank, biggest black bank in America. That's a really easy identifier for when somebody make the call. Hey, we need to have this meeting about what we gonna do with this money. There's no reason to ask who we is. We know who we is. It's like an investment company. We have an investment company. The investments are coming in. When they say, hey, y'all, we need a meeting to see how we did this quarter. Motherfuckers who ain't invested ain't coming to the meeting. You just can't say, oh, it's an investment meeting. I want to tap in. No, you're not welcome. And that's how we need to develop this we. It's very important to develop an actual we. No. Open up the black bank account. Build the black bank. We as regular citizens go to said black bank and say, this is what we are going to do with this money. Develop holding companies. Develop LLCs here and abroad. Start doing businesses with ourselves. And demand black ecosystems. There you go. There you go. Lastly, I want to remind y'all to tap in with the All Black All the Time podcast. I want you to tap in with the Liberia Leadership Foundation, Liberia Legacy Foundation. That's the foundation. And the Liberia Leadership Academy. That's the school. That's what we doing in Liberia. I think next one I will. Maybe next week I'll talk more about what we doing in Liberia. Maybe see if I could have somebody on with me too, so it ain't just me talking. But I want to appreciate y'all for listening, for tapping in. Please share this stuff, y'all. Don't be bashful. Y'all could tell me I'm stupid, full of shit. Tell me how I can get better. Again, this is just me doing this part. Tap in on look at the links on my social network so you can tap in with the group and what we doing. But I really want y'all to share this information that y'all find valuable straight up, because we're oversaturated with bullshit. Somebody has to be telling us something that make a little bit of sense. Peace, y'all. Hey. And don't forget, next time somebody tell y'all about some healing, don't forget, ask yourself, is it possible for me to heal right here in the middle of my oppression? It's literally like telling an abused woman to just take your ass home, because that's your home. And bye-bye.